Hey everybody, happy Monday. You hear that? That is the sound of rain, and I could not be more thrilled with it. It's been so dry, and we have needed rain very, very badly, so I am so grateful for it. Everything, I just went down, watered the high tunnel. Everything looks so green and lush down there that's in the flower beds. And in our in-ground beds outside of the high tunnel. Obviously the high tunnel's covered, so still have to water that, but excuse me. But everything is looking really good. I'm getting the dogs fed some breakfast, and then I'm gonna get me fed some breakfast. So today is kind of interesting. It starts what is going to be a few years of my honey traveling on a more regular basis, which he has not done with his position that he was in before. He wasn't traveling a whole lot. It would be very every once in a while, and now he's going to start traveling a lot more. So what that means is that animal chores in the morning are going to be my responsibility, and it means the bulk of the tasks around here during the week are going to be my responsibility. So, you know, honestly, like, he has spent the last few weeks putting systems in place. We got our rain catchment done. It is operational. We've gotten, this rain that we've gotten has put almost 200 gallons in the tanks, which is really cool. And we're supposed to get rain until like 2 o'clock this afternoon. So that's just phenomenal. But, you know, like, there's just things that he does every day because he did have a bit of a more flexible work schedule than I did. And so it's going to be a little bit of an adjustment, but you know what, like, this opportunity for him is very good. I am fully in support of it. He is an engineer, and so what he's doing is very much in his wheelhouse, and he's really excited. So, you know, it's going to mean a little bit of extra work for me in the meantime, but, you know, like, he has taken on the bulk of the responsibility with, like, the animals and stuff for so long that, in a way, I'm so happy to be able to do some of this stuff because, you know, it's like having a partner that's tries to make sure that, like, you know, things are just taken care of for you is so nice. And I feel like I've gotten away with just being very, like, hands-off on a lot of things, which, you know, I do like when I'm having very busy days. This is a closed week for my job. I'm an accountant, so for my full-time job. So obviously weeks like this, you know, like, I'm very busy, but I do feel like, you know, I've kind of missed, you know, being, like, super hands-on with the animals and stuff like that. So, but being down in the gardens earlier, obviously it's like pouring down rain, which, again, hallelujah, but I can't weed, and my flower beds need weeded, like, so terribly. So that is, like, the first thing on my task list once the rain has kind of passed, is to get my butt down there and get all of those beds and things weeded. The sunflowers and the zinnias are probably about ready to be planted out. So this will be the first sowing. And then next week I'll start another round of seeds. And so the plan is to just keep succession sowing as time goes on. And, you know, like, they're about ready to go out. I need to get soil. We are in the thick of it. Next week, again, another really super exciting thing if you're local to Central Virginia. We've got our first round of CSA boxes going out, which is really cool. This is something like we have wanted to do for quite a while, and just decided, you know what, like, this is the year to get it done. And so I am super excited about that. I'm also a little bit apprehensive because, like, we only have two boxes going out next week. But, you know, like, it's a big responsibility. And, you know, I know with CSA, it's like the members of a CSA kind of share in the successes and the failures of the farm, but I don't want to have any failures, you know, like I want this to be a really positive experience. I don't want to disappoint anybody. And so I'm just trying to like make sure that everything goes really smooth. You know, we have planted a lot. I think we've, you know, like we are set up well, but I just want to be very aware that like it's a big responsibility to people. So on the agenda today, the other thing I did last night, I sat down and I just made a schedule from like today to Friday, because I'm like, I know myself, and whether it's like adult ADHD, I honestly don't know. Like, I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, but sometimes I think like I might have a touch of that, because I'll get very focused on tasks that I'm like very, very interested in. And I have such a hard time focusing on things that like are less attractive tasks for me. So, like I had to make a list for myself, because I'm like, I need to be on a schedule, and I'm 6 minutes behind because I was supposed to start work 6 minutes ago, but I got to get myself some breakfast real quick. We have peas growing out everywhere. I think we must have had pea seeds accidentally mixed in with some soil and stuff, so they're going out. But the pea tendrils, these are young. I mean, the shoots have only been up for like a little less than a week, so I'm going to wash these and do them with my scrambled eggs this morning. Our chickens are laying really well, so we'll have eggs for the farmers market, and we also have eggs for the CSA boxes. But I mean, we get ones like this that are like speckled. I don't know if you guys can see that. I mean, they're just so beautiful. Like, I love it. And it's fun. My daughter had a sleepover this weekend, and yesterday morning they went out to collect eggs out of the coop, and when her mom came back to pick her up, she was so cute. She goes, I really like collecting eggs so much more from the chicken coop than collecting them from the grocery store, which I thought was just so precious. But, so yeah, so that's kind of like gonna be our weeks in and out. I'm hoping to get to do some garden tours before we go to do the first harvest for the CSA box, because again, like, we have a lot growing. Everything looks really good. I think this week I'm going to try to get peppers planted out if I have time. We'll see. That's very dependent on how work goes, but there's just so much happening right now, and it's really exciting, but it is also a lot, and I'm like overwhelmed. But I keep just telling myself, like, just take it one day at a time, hour by hour, like, you will be okay. So anyways, that's life right now, y'all. So yeah, I'm gonna get some breakfast going, and I'll meet you back here right after. Okay, y'all, that's breakfast. Got 3 eggs, all those pea tendrils that I harvested, and I had 1 piece of sausage from the other day, and so just decided to chop it up, put in my eggs. But I'm kind of starting this new thing where I used to like try to do all my carbs in the morning, because your body tends to burn more throughout the day. But there's some research that sort of would indicate that just focusing on like fiber and protein in the morning, and doing no carb or low carb will kind of actually help keep you more mentally sharp. throughout the day and then doing your carbs at night, like with dinner, can actually help with like serotonin production, and then it helps you kind of relax and go to sleep. So I'm going to try that and we'll see. I've been doing it for a couple of days and I feel pretty good. So we'll see how that goes. The only drawback I would say is that typically where I would be like more lighter carb in the evening. And so I feel probably like a little more bloated, like a little just fuller when I go to bed more than normal. And I don't eat right before bed, but typically. But so we'll see. I don't know if like it's because of that or just sometimes, you know, you have like weird gut stuff. But the other thing I'm doing is I'm trying to cut back on coffee because I drink probably like five or 6 cups of coffee a day. And I'm trying real hard to cut back. So I think my goal is going to be cutting back to 3 cups a day and then switching to herbal tea, which is going to be hard, you guys, because I am a hardcore coffee addict. But you know what? It's the only addiction that I have in my life, and I feel like it could be worse. So I'm going to have grace with myself, but I'm going to try this. I know like your adrenal glands suffer when you drink a lot of coffee and caffeine. Your cortisol can spike, so I'm trying to just be a little bit more mindful and healthy and see how if it can positively affect me. But I'm going to get my breakfast eaten, and then I'm going to go sit down and get some work done. All right, y'all, I think the rain has taken a break for a minute. And the dogs need to go out. Well, it's still slightly springing. Sam! She does not like to go outside. Come on, baby. Let's go by. Come on. Come on, Sam. Come on. She is not a fan of when it rains. Because we had a storm months and months ago. And she was outside. And we think the ground where or very near where she was got struck by lightning. So she gets a little nervous when it rains. Oh, my seedlings. They look so happy and healthy. Oh God, where'd you go, Sue? So I started making new standards for myself that when I go out to collect eggs, I must take some sort of gathering apparatus with me because I have been breaking eggs like crazy. Oh God, I feel like it got colder. So in an effort to, sorry y'all, I have to tuck my pants into my boots so that they don't get all wet. In an effort to not break any more eggs, we have baskets. Ooh. I know. I know. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Oh my God. What you doing, Sue? Where you going, buddy? Okay. My goodness. I know. Oh, she was salty with me. All right, come on, Sue. Let's go back inside, buddy. Hey, I don't know what you're eating, but come on. Turn around. Go back inside. Let's go. Come on. Go on, Sue. Go on. Oh, that chicken is mired. That is a mired chicken. Come on, let's go. Let's go, buddy. Come on, Sue. Let's go, please. Why are you walking like that? It's not your normal. All right, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 eggs so far. I'll probably get a few more. Come on, buddy. Come on. Sue, come on, buddy. You're going to be a drowned wet doggy. Come on, Odin. Odin, come. Come on, Sue. Come on, Sue. Let's go, buddy. Come on, Odie. Come on, buddy. Come on, Sue. Come on. Come on, bud. Come on, little boy. Take these eggs inside before they get all wet. Good boy, Odin. Come on, Sam. Sam. Sammy Sosa. Good boy, Sue. Oh no, why are you limping, buddy? Sam. Go inside. Come on. Sam, come. Oh, you're already inside. Dude, sorry. Oh, gosh. It's getting chilly out today, y'all. It's kind of crazy. Oh, my gosh. So many eggs. I will be... Odin, don't growl at him. He's eating his own breakfast. Odin! Yours is over there. Come here, Sue. You can eat your breakfast, buddy. Oh, shoot. All of this work that I do, and I dropped an egg anyway. Damn it. Oh, gosh. Darn it. Well, there you go, Sue. That's some good protein. It's fresh. Real fresh. I worked so hard to try not to drop eggs, and there I go. It's okay. It's good protein for the dogs. All right, guys. Workout done. I just got through with a meeting, and it's time for some lunch. We made chicken thighs, just marinated, seasoned, and grilled this week. So I'm going to use those. I've got a little bit of feta cheese, some cucumber, and some lettuce. So I'm going to make myself a gorgeous salad for lunch. I do have some tomatoes. These were supposed to be Sophie's snack tomatoes, but I'm going to use them. Don't tell her. Shh. Lunch. And every day is a working lunch. Just because of time constraints. But that is a beautiful looking salad. I'm excited about that. Any day that we have like feta or goat cheese in the house and I get to have a salad for lunch makes me excited. That's a good ass day. And lots and lots of proteins. 3 kind of small thighs. Unfortunately not from our chickens because we need to butcher more. Yes, that's a lot of protein. Seems like a lot of protein. It's probably, I'm going to guess, probably about 8 or 9 ounces. But we are using protein to stay full, curb sugar cravings. Today is like reset day. It's Monday. I love Monday as a reset day, so I don't dread it. I love it. All right, guys, back to work. All right, guys, been quite a work day today. I just got Sophie from the bus. We went and got groceries, and now I am getting dinner in the Instant Pot. It is chicken and white bean chili night, but we have copious amounts of pork, and so when we butchered our last pig, I cut some up into chunks to kind of be used like stew meat, basically. I'm just opening a can of chicken stock that I made last time I canned chicken stock. And so that is going to go over all of this. Just give it some nice richness, and I will put another thing of water in here. Yeah, a little bit more. I want to make sure that there's plenty of liquid in there for the beans, but just not too much, because you want it to be kind of like that stewy chili consistency. So ideally you'd soak your beans, but we didn't have them, and so it was one of the things I had to get at the grocery store today. So I'm going to go ahead and stir that up. I'll put peppers. There's some green onion in there. And put this lid on. Pressure cook it on half for about 40 minutes. And dinner is done, y'all. How easy was that? One of the things I'm going to get when I go down to the garden is cilantro. And we will top that tonight with cilantro, avocado, and cheddar cheese. And it is so good. I like adding hot sauce to mine, but that makes for the easiest dinner ever. All right, you guys, last bit of the day here. So before my honey left for travel, he finished up the fencing around our garden. There's the garlic over there. And so my task, probably maybe this week, maybe not this week, it might not happen until next week, but is to get all of these step-in stakes and then get the electric line run to keep the critters from going underneath the fencing. And then I think it's tall enough. It's about 7 feet tall, so 6 or 7 feet tall. So I think it's tall enough that we don't have to worry about deer trying to jump over it. It's also black, and the reason for that is because it's harder to see, and the deer tend to get more like leery of it if they feel like they can't see it well. So, oh, that's a dogwood. That's so pretty. So yeah, I have to cover the ranunculus tonight because it's going to be about 40. It's getting down to a low of 40 tonight. And would not be terrible for them, but like tonight it's going to be 40. Tomorrow it's supposed to be like a low of 29. And so I don't want to risk them getting frozen and dying. But I got to harvest some cilantro for dinner. And then the other reason I wanted to come down is to check our water tanks and see how much water we got today. And it looks like we got a really fair amount of it. Let's see. So yesterday, put my basket down. The tank was at about, oh wow, that's great. So yesterday the tank was at like just at 600. And now we are at 700 in this tank, and you can see the water level's like slightly higher in that one. So, that is so awesome. So we got just over 200 gallons of water through the rain that we had today. That is so fantastic. I am very pleased with that. And so grateful to the good Lord Almighty because, man, let me tell you something. It was dry and we really needed us some rain. I was not sure what we were going to do if we didn't get it. The cilantro, it got kind of hot in here, so it's kind of feeling like it wants to bolt, which when it starts to kind of start doing that, it's trying to set flowers and bolt. But I have managed to kind of keep it from doing that by just trimming the tops off. And this will last us for a little while. I was gonna do like an Asian egg roll in a bowl kind of dinner thing. Oh, hello, Mr. Spider. Do you mind? Sorry, buddy. And so you can do cilantro with Chinese cooking also. But I want to harvest it. I can freeze some of it. Because if it bolts, it will get very bitter. And if you keep trimming it back, potentially it'll keep growing. So I'm going to try to help it do. Oh gosh, we got a fireweed in here. This is a noxious weed, and it's very bad to ingest also, so I definitely don't want that over here. That is a massive pile of cilantro. What is that? I was leaking. Let's put you up here, buddy. I got a big hose nozzle to put on that, which is in my truck, and I need to bring it down. But y'all, have got cilantro for days. Look at that. Here we go, folks. Lots of cilantro. I got a little bit of kale for my breakfast or lunch tomorrow. I'm going to share some with a couple neighbors. It never ceases to make. I love the smell of cilantro and the taste of it. There's no such thing as too much to me, but I do know a lot of people say it tastes like soap, and it's always so funny to me, when you go to offer people cilantro and they kind of turn up their nose like that, because I know people that don't like it, really don't like it. Alright, I'm going to get these ranunculus covered. They are nice and wet, or rather watered in, which is great. But again, I don't want the cold tonight to bother them. Those are poppies down there, and those are mullein, which again, I use the leaves medicinally, so I'm going to leave them. I have 2 more beds to put down here. I have to finish this one right here. Is going to go over there, but again, I don't really want to disturb the mullein. I have a lot of weeding, as you all can see, in my flower beds. Whew, that's slippery. This is a brassica of some kind, and I think this is all fireweed. So again, I've got a lot of weeding I need to get done in these beds, but I need more time in a day than what I've got today. These are all poppies. They're starting to come up. I am actually grateful for the cold evenings because the poppies really like that and they kind of need that. Another cluster right there. Y'all, like, I tried to sow them in rows and be very exact about it, but it was very difficult. The seeds are so tiny, and it's like if there's any inkling of wind blowing whatsoever, there is no way you're going to get the seeds where you wanted them. So, I think these are poppies too. No, these are snapdragons. So all these are snaps. In here, these little, not these, but all these little seed things you see popping up are snapdragons. And then I had, that's red garnet amaranth that reseeded itself from last year. I'm not mad about that. I'm going to leave it. These are bells of Ireland that are doing good. I have kind of debated like getting more seeds and planting more of those, but I said I wasn't going to go nuts with the non-essential flowers this year, and I have dahlia bulbs and peonies that need to come out. St. John's wort is coming up. These are also snaps. This is not. This is a weed. Those are snapdragons. That's fine. But I'm kind of just pulling the weeds and dropping them because I'm hoping that they'll kind of serve as mulch, because I don't really have a lot of mulch on these beds right now. So I'm just pulling up, but I have a ton of weeding to do, but that is on my list for next week. High priority item. These are poppies, not that, coming up in there also. I have delphiniums, which are finally, I mean, y'all, like, they looked so puny for so long, and they finally are starting to get like those center stalks on them, and so I'm very happy about that. That's yarrow, which again, medicinal. I'll use it. I'll leave it. My delphiniums. Yeah, like they're finally starting to look really nice. Don't mind the weeds. And then the poppies over here are just going gangbusters, and I probably very badly need to thin these out. But it's taken me so long to try to get poppies going that it's like seeing any amount of them really thrills me, and I have a hard time. This is again all fireweed, but I have a really hard time wanting to pull up any poppies or thin them out, because again, it's just taken me so long to try to get them growing. This is some kind of weed, and originally I thought it was plantain, but it's not plantain. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Worm. But man, the stalk on this thing is just vicious. I'm gonna have to get a weed tool to try to get that out. Oh, and lots of chickweed everywhere. And weeds galore in here. I'm pretty sure all of this is just weeds, and that's it. I don't know what that is. Like this stuff, I don't know what that is, but man, does it come up in here and it gets real prickly the bigger it gets, and it is just, oh, look at that. I don't know what that is. It almost looks like ginger, like wild ginger or something. Anyway, you guys, I do have a little bit of work I still have to finish up for this evening, so this is my last hurrah for the night, but I'm gonna finish work I'm gonna get dinner going. I was going to inoculate mushrooms tonight, but the grain spawn didn't get here today, but our potatoes did arrive. So I'll probably do a short about that here in a bit. But we're gonna hang out tonight. Have a good night. I got some studying to do. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.